Hey guys, it's Dude here with Misaki, and welcome back to Kagetsu Tohya. We should be finishing up the remaining side stories today. However, I did learn that there's a couple of more other short side stories after we finish these, so we're probably gonna have to wait till tomorrow to get to the very end. We'll have to see how long these are. And this one here is apparently H content, so this will be the last time I have to use that image. Flower of Thanatos. It's hard to open my eyes. Like emerging from mud, my consciousness awoke from sleep. The gorgeous sunlight forces me to open my eyes. A refreshing breeze makes my hair flutter. Outside my window, I can hear the singing of a small bird, and the temperature isn't too hot or too cold. This was a magnificent start to a day that left no room for complaint. Again, morning has come. I somehow pushed back and ignored the irritation boiling in my mind. Like that, the corruption I had settled within me grew by just a little bit. Ah, good morning, Hisui. Time for breakfast? All right, I'll be right there. So, can you go and wait for me? You can go and wait for me. Today's a nice day, so let's all eat together, the three of us. Three of us? Who's missing? Hisui quietly left the room. This morning conversation is something we have repeated hundreds of times. Again, without any changes, the Tono house is trying to peacefully start the day. Ah, I'll have some. Hisui, don't you want some? I, you see, I'll have some black tea this morning. Kaku laughs as if truly happy. Hisui, too, has a pleased expression. Okay, so is Akiya dead or away? That's, with all these weird timelines, I'm not sure where we are now. The two of them really have a good relationship. Whenever their eyes meet, they chat away happily, and they have started working together more. I don't think their relationship was this easy to understand before. Hisui and Kohaku always considered each other to be very important, but maybe they thought each other to be too important because they rarely held each other's hands. But after it became like this, they changed little by little. And so now they're spending this morning as friendly sisters. No, not really. I was just thinking, things sure have changed. As I said, it's nothing important. I was just talking to myself, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't know if she knows what I'm thinking, but Kohaku is laughing like usual. But as if she read my mind, Hisui apologetically keeps her mouth closed. Kawako has a smile with a hint of embarrassment. Then, as Hisui said, I'll just loaf around in the morning. I'll come if something comes up, so both of you can work. Don't push yourselves. You only need to do what's necessary. The two of them go back to their rooms. I get up from my seat and go outside. The mansion is quiet as usual. The forest out back is probably the same too. This place is too quiet and peaceful. In terms of noise, birds singing and trees rustling are about it. The road I can see over the wall was never has any cars running in it, and because there's no houses around, there aren't any signs of people. That's right, not even a trace. There's not a single sign of humans. This place doesn't recognize anyone other than myself, Hisui, and Kohaku. That's a lie. That's right, there's no way something like that could happen. That stupid idea would simply imply that this is a dream. To prove that, if I go outside like this, in front of the gate, it's really nothing. That's a lie. Weakly muttering, I went back to the mansion. Since when has it been like this? Now I can't even remember it. Myself, Hisui, and Kohaku. I can't even remember any other people besides us. Without anything to do, I placed my heavy body into a chair. This world is completely closed off. The only thing that exists in this mansion, it doesn't recognize the existence of anything outside. Strangely, Hisui and Kohaku never question it, and they are taking care of me while living here as if nothing's wrong. Food and electricity keep being supplied as usual, so we are want for nothing. There's no need to go to school, and there's no need to worry about the future, because this place is a convenient dream that only recognizes those two and me. Convenient dream, huh? Since when did it start feeling that this dream wasn't very good? First, it was definitely a dream that I wished for. Myself and Hisui and Kohaku. I only thought that it would be nice if I could spend about a week, just the three of us, doing nothing and relaxing. I rejoiced when it came true, when I got to dream this dream, but that already feels like it happened a long time ago. No matter how much time passed, I didn't awaken from this dream. Our life was just three of us, keeps continuing without ending, so we spent an unchanging morning, an unchanging afternoon, an unchanging night, and then we return to the unchanging morning. The things we do each day are different. Even though we don't repeat the same things, still, this world is only of us three. It is a world with nothing beyond this mansion. Because I have become more and more uneasy, I've been trying desperately to find a way to wake up from this dream. But no matter what I do, the day doesn't change. Hisui and Kohaku treat me very well, but there's no way that would ease my anxiety. After wishing for a dream where we three were together, when it ultimately came true, what I was left with was nothing but disgust. That must be because this is definitely a dream. We are forever inside a dream. We don't age and we don't die. Holding on to the hope that I might wake up someday. I hope that I don't believe it even a little bit. I just keep wearily resting my body. I'm sick of it. Even though I'm happy, I'm sick of it. To be able to do anything means it's the same no matter what you do. I've held Hisui and I've also held Kohaku. I've violated Hisui and I also violated Kohaku. Tired of even that, because I want to change. I've even tried. Okay. But the results never change. The morning keeps coming and the two keep serving me. Sometimes felt so heavy I couldn't stand it. In the end, no matter what I do, the two don't dislike me, and I can't be happy. Our boredom makes my body move. There will probably be a time when the corruption that has settled within me will rule me. No, if not that, maybe I've already become a citizen of this broken world. Ha. It's like being a fish trying to swim in a muddy tank. Sinking while doing nothing, and sinking while dirtying those two. It never changes. In that case... well, I think we actually have to do all three of these to, like, get the extra stuff. So, this will go in order. I want Kohaku. I fight away boredom with the body of a female. Right now, she's in my room, as if waiting for me to come. Then who is the one being seduced here? Well, it doesn't matter either way. Whether Kohaku wants me or tries to be with me, it doesn't matter. The important thing is, as long as I can forget, that's good enough. If our sins make us forget this boredom even a little, we are not worthy of anything beyond that. I think that's her. Soft voice rings out. The sweet, teasing voice had a sensual charm of a female animal rather than a woman, and her movements spur me on more and more. I'm gonna put the screen up now, just in case. Oh, yeah. Doing it from behind. Her shaking body. Kohaku matches that rhythm with her breaths. Slosh, slosh, the noise that sounds like honey being stirred. This dark room, which was filled with the sounds of flesh hitting each other, felt like a demon's den flooded with an aphrodisiac. As always, Kohaku's thing is different from Kohaku. Even though you pretend to be neat, the place only seems to think of swallowing up a man. From behind her back, I powerfully hugged Kohaku's body. Okay. Alright, let's just dialogue about how they're doing it. Okay, it's got to show a little bit of this. Yep. Okay, so can't go any further than this, but Kohaku is naked and she's bent over. Shiki's kneeled down and sticking it in her butt. Okay. With that was a lewd sound of squishing. That's quite the description. Right now, mine Kohaku's juices are mixing and overflowing and dirtying her butt, and even flowing down into her belly button. Okay. Great. I guess so. Kohaku tightly grabs the carpet with our hands and bears it. Okay, so it's not in her butt, it's her other hole. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. She wants him to go deeper. Inserted all the way to the root. It feels like my whole body might be sucked in as well. Yeah. I once saw a dojin of Passion Lip where, like, you know how her chest is a alternate dimension? Yeah, so Gouda has gotten sucked in there by doing after a boob job. Wait, what was that? The hot body that Wait, the hot body that presses back is curved like a mollusk, and the spotless white back is so captivating as to make you want to tear off the skin. Yeah. I will say this one's a lot more descriptive than some previous ones. Like they actually put some effort into it this time. Right. She wants him to come now, I think. Yep. And there they go. Oh wait, so she seems to be a little tired now, but why are you resting? Are you going to stop by yourself and leave me? You're being quite rude to your master, Kohaku. Kohaku, with her hands still on the floor, looks up at me really like a dog. Yeah. Okay, he flipped her body over. They're on the bed now. He falls on top of her. Hmm. He's Kohaku-san, spread your legs. I feel like we might have seen this one before or something similar to it, but let me just give a quick peek. Yeah. I think this one was in Tsukihime. Although that yeah. Hmm. The blood collected in my penis is boiling, and my testicles hurt as if they were in a hot tub. Hmm. So he thinks. I think Kaku thinks Shiki's gonna hurt himself, but he doesn't care because he's gonna keep. He can't leave. This is all a dream. He comes again. She asks if there's something wrong with his body. Like that. That's how it ended. Is the sun about to set outside? What is changing outside? I can't tell from within this dark room. Furthermore, even if I were to know, it has no meaning. In this closed off day, there's nothing that has any meaning. Kawaku puts a blanket over me, keeping the screen up just in case there's another CG, but I think we're fine now. That's right, no matter how comfortable life might be, I would catch a cold like this. Answering, I just blankly stared at the ceiling. Lowering her eyes for a moment as if apologizing, she got up with a smile like always. Huh? If Kahaku-san's making it anything. Kohaku left as if nothing happened. Did she put her clothes back on? And me too. I'll probably suppress these thoughts and go back to that regular morning. This place is definitely my dream. A world in which I can lose those two without any reservation. Love those two. Hisui and Kohaku. An artificial paradise in which I can covet these two equally. The cause of Tony Shiki's wishful dream. So I can't do anything but love those two and be overcome by boredom. That's right. In this place with no one else, this closed flower of Thanatos. Hmm. I don't know. If you're trapped in a time loop and there's no way out, you might lose your mind. Alright, so I think this is going on. Alright, so now let's try Hisui. Yep. Okay, so I think you just do this. Okay, I want Hisui. Do I want Hisui? Well, that wouldn't be bad. Already, in order to satisfy my desire, I've had her countless times. There's no need to act like a virtuous man anymore. Letting out a sigh, I got up from my chair. Thankfully, I couldn't find Hisui. If Hisui isn't around, having her and violating her is impossible. A fish that lives in a tank in which the flow of water is stopped should only want to waste time in his room. Hisui. Then, when I had almost arrived, I ran into Hisui. I'm fine. It's not to the point where that you should worry, Hisui. Anyway, no matter what happens to me, no doctor comes. If I collapse, there's nothing that we can do. Uh, oh god, is Misaki muted? Wait, what? No, she shouldn't be. Oh fuck! Oh no. I I forgot to change the audio source. God damn it. Oh. Well, the last half hour you were muted, Misaki.
Ooh.
Ah, boy. Alright, you gotta think about what did people miss since they couldn't see the text. Yeah, it was just commentary on the sex scene, really. But shoot, I mean, it's a little too late to go back now. But
Everything's fixed now.
yeah, sorry about that, everyone. All right, it's
That's true.
Hisui looks away as if she's sorry. Also, that means also the game was muted the whole time too, because you're going through the same audio source. And of course, the game's just music, so music that we've heard already. Seeing that, the thoughts that were in my head up till now went away. Hisui is different from Kohaku. Kohaku-san is truly enjoying the situation, but Hisui sometimes wanders around like me. She must have noticed me being desperate and have gotten depressed myself. With Hisui like that, I can't expel my emotions onto her. What's so depressing is that even though I understand that, I still violate Hisui. I'm sorry, I'm going back to my room so you can leave. I'm going to go to bed now, so I don't need dinner.
Shiki-sama, didn't you have something to see me about?
Hisui looks into my irritated face. If I keep seeing that expression of hers, I think I won't be able to resist violating her. That has always been the pattern, and truthfully, my mind is overwhelmed with the desire to completely wreck Hisui. After Kohaku, after starting this kind of life, the break within me has steadily lost its effectiveness. Go back to where you were working, Hisui. I told you I don't need you right now. I can't stand being around a servant who worries needlessly. Really? I said bluntly.
Yes, I apologize, Shiki-sama.
Like that, I suppressed it. Keeping my mouth shut, I walked past Hisui. Before I realized it, night was about to fall. I lay my tired body on the bed. Fall asleep. I won't dream anyway, and when I open my eyes, morning will come again. Breathing while awake like this, or breathing while sleeping like a plant, there's little difference. In that case, sleeping while not thinking about it is probably a little better than spending time awake not thinking. However, that's just me pretending to be strong. When I wake up, I begin to desire them endlessly. After all, I'm only trying to fall asleep right now in order to not acknowledge that side of me. Putting the screen up now, just in case. A gurgling noise. It was something that sounded like droplets of water falling. My mind is still drowsy. With my consciousness still asleep, I curiously wiggled my body a bit. Oh wait, no. A muffled voice could be heard from very close by. I'm still not quite awake. My sleeping mind. It's trying to open its eyes due to her sweet and heated voice. Yep, good thing I put the screen up. It just flashed her giving him a blowjob for a second. Then it went dark again. My body heat rises in an instant. Saliva sticks to the place where my legs meet below my belly. That place feels strangely hot, and it tries to squirm again. That place is touched by ragged breaths. My head finally understood that was standing up, even though I was sleeping. Something's touching the hardened part of my body. And that feeling is trying to make me wake up. My loins feel tingly. Even though I'm sleeping, my breath becomes ragged. That thing that is energetically sticking out stands up even more energetically. And covered by her tongue and breaths, it wriggles as if about to burst. Alright, so let's start skipping ahead here. Yep, so... I think this is another one that we had previously, or it's traced over from the Arcoid one. I can't really show much here, but... yeah, she's holding it with both hands, and her mouth's on the tip. The swaying red hair. Maybe she's embarrassed by the act of holding a man's equipment in her mouth. Maybe she's embarrassed by the thought that I could open my eyes at any moment, but Hisui's cheeks are shamefully dyed red.
Ashiki's so much nicer with Hisui.
Well, I mean, he's still asleep. Like, she came on to him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Maybe he figures that Kohaku could take it, and that's why he's more aggressive with her. Yep, so she's just sucking it. Hisui's movements stop. So I couldn't resist anymore, so I let out a moan. Hisui's movements stop. Hisui momentarily looks at my open eyes, but even so, she ardently resumed her service. Stop it, Hisui, what are you... I raised myself and tried to push Hisui away. She doesn't want to stop. She wants to help him. She feels like that she can't help him, so this is the only thing she can do. He's getting excited now. Hisui, if I can be honest. I get up from the bed. Hisui looks up at me with delicate pupils. Right now, I feel like I can't stop myself. I grab Hisui's hands. It's a really stupid story. If it was going to end up like this anyway, it would have been nice to watch it from the beginning without resisting. Oh, I can actually show most of this one because she's clothed. This is pretty much traced over from the Kohaku one, I think. Okay, let me just carefully. Yeah, they're the exact same pose that Kohaku's in on the first image. He's lifting up her dress there and sticking it in from behind. I actually wonder if that censorship would be enough for YouTube to give the okay, or if it's still off limits because it's a sexual act. Because, you know, it is censored, even if it's just barely. There isn't even a need to piston back and forth. Just by putting it in little by little, Hisui's body is trembling uncontrollably. What the? You're completely soaked, is that right? While licking someone else's thing, you were feeling good, Hisui. Oh god. Okay, she peed, apparently. Purposely making sloshing noises, I put my fingers into that place of Hisui's and I bent it like a fishing hook. He sticks with his fingernail. I scrape out the honey overflowing inside Hisui. I pull her hesitant rear towards me, and with my fingers, I pestered that tempting part between her hips. Marshmallow-like skin squeezes my trespassing fingers. Forcing myself to ignore that, I again grope that soaked part below her butt and confirm the location. Alright, he sticks it in. I assume we're on the floor again, by the way, since it's the same pose.
True. Though if they're starting off on the bed, then man, Shiki, I can feel your bias.
Wait, what? She must not be used to it. Hisui awkwardly starts moving her hips. My body matches that, and so we repeat the impact as if writing an 8. Alright, he comes. And that's this thing I haven't read that many, VNs with sex scenes, but a white flash always indicates that coming. It's interesting. My semen was expelled freely. As if trying to bear that heat, Hisui gasps, going, ha, ha. After ejaculating, I pull out the thing which has shrunk to about half the size. Uh, with her lips, she sucked out the leftovers left behind in my urethra. You don't need to get.
Well, okay.
You don't need to be that specific with the wording. Okay. Okay. Since no matter what Hisui does for me, as long as I can't wake up from this dream, in the end, I'll harass Hisui. But well, as long as you do the things you can, tonight it will be fine just to sleep together like this. Either way, when tomorrow comes, this life will continue. If I'm going to meet the morning alone again, if Hisui is by my side, that restlessness might disappear. Let's say like this for tonight, what Hisui can do is more than enough.
If Shiki-sama wants it, I will be by your side until morning.
Hisui nodded and left the room in order to wash her body. In that time, I clean my body as well, and I'll probably spend the rest of the night vacantly and meaninglessly. Maybe this was definitely something I dreamt. Living like this with Hisui, loving her, a world in which I can indulge in them. Hisui and Kohaku. While unconscious, I got to be that I wanted both of them equally. Because of that, right now I'm inside that wish. It causes Tonoshiki's wishful dream. So until the end, falling in self-hatred, Tonoshiki must not stop loving them. That's right, this place with no one beside herself. It's the same ending.
Shiki, what do you mean loving them equally? I could tell the difference in like how you treated them. Like that was a big difference.
Well, let's see what happens with the threesome then.
Today's lucky item, Katyusha.
What?
Whatever that is.
I'm gonna see if that's a word. Wait. It doesn't look like that's a word. I don't know what that is. Okay. Moving on. All right, let's... I want both of them. I want both of them. This world was created from the beginning because I had wanted that. Then that's not an impossibility. By now, not something really special. Body heat returns to my tired body. I don't know when it started to get dark, but it was already about dinner time. I got up from the chair and walked towards the mansion that was dyed red. I go into Kohaku's room.
Come in, Shiki-san. What is it before dinner?
I sent an emotionless gaze at Kohaku, who speaks with a smile on her face. Kohaku, come to my room tonight.
Understand. If you're okay with me, I will gladly serve you.
Kohaku shows me a tender smile, as always. Bring Hisui too. You got it? It'd be wrong to exclude her.
Oh.
Kohaku's smile turned from a cheerful one into one that seemed to be looking forward to something.
Stand. I'll make sure to tell Hisui, Shiki-san.
Yes.
Yes. So it doesn't end up like last time. I'll make sure to discipline her.
Oh, what happened
What
last
happened
time?
last time?
Oh, God. A smile that makes me think of a little devil. Leaving Kohaku, whose voice sounded free and happy, I decided to go back to my room. Alright, I'm gonna put it up now. When the veil of night fell, they came to me.
Shiki-san?
Kohaku, no different than usual, and
Please excuse me, Shiki-sama.
Hisui, who is hesitant as if she's not used to it. Even though the two have the same face, you could say that their posture is the complete opposite. Sit at the edge of the bed and look at the two. The sound of clothing rubbing against clothing. Kohaku very naturally undoes her belt and reveals her naked body. Now Hisui too. Oh, okay, that was her. Urged by
Well, he's sweet too.
Urged by Kohaku, Hisui undoes the ribbon on her neck with trembling fingers. And so under the moon, the two very similar female bodies served me.
Then Shiki-san, what would you like tonight?
That's right. First of all, how about you calm down this fellow? And let free that thing which is already plenty erect.
Yes, then as you wish.
Kohaku nods courteously.
Then, yes then, please excuse me, Shiki-sama.
Hisui answers as if suppressing her shame. The two, in complete contrasting manners, knelt in front of my legs. Oh my. Okay, this one's gonna be hard to show. I guess I could just go from either side.
Shiki's fully clothed.
Oh yeah, he is.
Like heck, he even has underwear on.
Okay, I can't really go any further than that. Wait, hold on, let me... Okay. Wait, just... A little more. Okay, right now the other side. Actually, I can't really even get to, oops. Can't even really get to Kohaku's face because of, it's like she's like upside down, like right alongside the shaft. I guess I can go in from the top too. Yeah. The feeling of their breaths is intense. The two breaths that surround and touch the deep red bulge that is bent back. Let's see, 6 out of 10, yeah. We both start licking it. The leech-like red tongues glide along the shaft. As if still a little shy, Hisui licks the pole with just the tip of her tongue. Okay. Kohaku licks with her entire tongue. Instead of the shaft, she moves her tongue on the glands over and over again. With all her might, as if trying to clean it. The glands directly, or touched with the glands. When the glands is touched slightly, it feels a bit itchy instead. That irritation makes me even more excited. He asked her to do it a little. He asked Hisui to do it with a little more strength. Kohaku says Hisui's part looks more tasty. Pre-cum is leaking out.
Who's using her nose?
Yeah.
As one do.
So it's literally your nose is touching it. From the front and back. No, from above and below. The two tongues hit each other. Sui wants to lick the part that Kawaku's licking. She's licking all over now. Shiki asked him to go a little stronger. Kohaku was licking my testicles with her entire tongue. No, that's not it. Biting my testicles
biting.
with her lips. Starts to suck.
Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna use teeth. I'm like, oh, Shiki. Oh.
Yeah, no, that would not be good. But I don't know if this is still the case, by the way, but at least a couple generations ago in Pokemon, TM number 69 was rock polish.
Frick.
From the side, just like Kohaku, Hisui bites my penis with her lips.
Not a bite, though.
But it's like, you know, you put pressure down with your lips instead of, you know, just... yeah.
Ain't true.
Chew.
I guess maybe nom wasn't a thing.
Yeah. With the pouch held in her mouth, relentlessly pressing with her tongue, Kohaku speaks happily. Oh my god. What was that? The movement of her tongue that used to be only up and down now has a spiral-like twist. He's about to burst.
Teeth?
Grinding with her teeth, the indecently swollen penis that was about to explode. Shoots out, making splashing sounds. The white and thick liquid wets the two. It overflowed to my stomach and the sheets as well. So definitely the surroundings were soiled, slippery. Okay, now they're looking it up, apparently.
This is Shiki, though. He's probably gonna want a second time.
bring onto the bed the two people who were kneeling on the floor. Kohaku obediently followed while Hisui, as if hesitant, slowly came onto the bed. Then, as good as they made me feel, I have to return the favor. Let's see. Oh god.
What play are they doing?
I saw it. Hisui, what could you be hiding? Now, if you want to read the sign, or should we,
Hey, Shiki-san, why don't you order Hisui to spread her legs? You'll definitely see something cute. Oh, poor Hisui.
She says to ignore her. Kohaku looked to be filled with joy, and Hisui's face was completely red and looked like she was about to cry. Is that right? Then spread your legs, Hisui. Kohaku says,
yes, Shiki-san's words are absolute. Of course, right?
Yep. And then Kohaku offers to help Hisui if she can't do it by herself. Oh my goodness. God, alright, how do I show even a fraction of this? Yeah, I can't show it, I'm sorry. There's no angle to come at this from. Okay, so first of all, both of them have their signature headwear on still. Otherwise, they're completely naked. So Hisui's laying on the bed, like she's kind of she's like laying back, her legs spread apart, supporting herself by her arms, and Kohaku's like kind of bent over next to her. She's holding her private area, like spreading it, the lips. All right. Bending her body above Hisui was like a snake. Kohaku puts her fingers on Hisui's... Puts her fingers on Hisui's that place. For some reason, I feel like I shouldn't see the sexual union between these two. So my power of reasoning was suddenly paralyzed. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, they're just describing the scene that I just described, but in a little more detail or more artfully. Hisui begs Shiki not to look. Kohaku, as if licking something sweet, licks Hisui's skin. From the knee to the inside of the thigh, leaving a trail of saliva, Kohaku goes towards Hisui's nub. But unexpectedly, Kohaku doesn't go any further. Kohaku's tongue, that looked like it was going to stretch all the way to Hisui's private part, stops there, and she gives a playful gaze. See, Kohaku mentions how Hisui's flinching between her legs that much. She can't wait. She asks to switch things around, and Shiki, so the Kohaku and Shiki can make Hisui feel good. Kohaku's thinks doesn't want her to give him ideas. He tells Kohaku to make Hisui feel good, and she happily listens. Wait. So Hisui's asking why Kohaku's doing this, and she says, "You must be an idiot. It's obvious that it's because I hate you, Hisui." Let's see.
Shiki, I'm pretty sure it's not because they're twins.
Yeah. Is it because they're both women, or maybe it's because they're twins? With just one of Kohaku's fingers, Hisui twists her body. The blood in my body suddenly rushes. My penis that should have been weak after ejaculating becomes active after seeing sexual activity between these two. And so it fans on Tonoshiki's passion. Hisui's moaning and she can't help it. She shows no sign of resistance. Wait, do they have different chest sizes? Yeah, apparently Hisui's smaller than Kohaku. Wait, what? The two people with the same sex, the same body, stick to each other, so their overlapping form looks like something in the fourth dimension. They stickily melt into each other. That expression might be fitting for a female with a female. Their slender, soft bodies stick to each other without gap, like drawing a slightly curved line. Glued curved lines fold over each other. Kohaku licks Hisui's cheek like a cat. Hisui can only tremble while resisting Kohaku's caressing. Yeah, they really stepped up their game with the descriptive dialogue this time. The older ones were all really repetitive. Let's see, Part of me wanted to keep watching a little longer, but more than that, I wanted to shove my engorged thing. I was looking for something to go to. Somewhere to go to. Alright, he tells Kohaku to keep doing that. Hisui's place... again, it says Hisui's that place. I gotta show this since we're off the image now.
He's being so shy.
Hisui's that place is already overflowing with her fluids. I wonder if they like copy pasted like a like the translators, like they did like a find and replace for like a... Wait, hold on. So, what's this going on here? Really, Hisui is so indecent. It's possible that she's more indecent than Kohaku-san. As if embarrassed, Hisui tightly closes her mouth. This question just now is unbelievably malicious. Without being able to deny or affirm, Hisui just painfully resists replying. You don't deny it, then I shall punish such an indecent child. Alright, keep your mouth tightly clamped. If you bite your tongue, it'll be bad. Right, he spreads her legs and I thrust in my bulge. Okay. Again, I can't really show anything here. Okay, so Shiki's off screen, presumably sticking his thing in Hisui's thing. She's laying down, like, you know, tears in her eyes. Kohaku's on top of her from the other side, licking her belly button and holding one of her breasts. Oh, yeah.
Saying that place.
Yeah, now they're just saying the words, so I don't know why they kept saying that place. Like, let's see. Making obscene slushy noises, genitals mixed with genitals. Hisui asks Kohaku for help.
Kohaku's King Hisui's tears as one do.
Yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Almost. Okay. Alright, so it's basically just playing out the scene that I described.
Now they're kissing.
Yeah.
Hisui and Kohaku.
They tenderly melt into each other and their consciousness pass through each other. The Hisui who is tenaciously being loved by Kohaku might be Kohaku. Because of that, I'm caressing the different pieces of twins. As expected, you're the same as Kohaku-san. If we continue like this, Hisui's insides should become just like those of the one loving her little sister right now. Holding back the ejaculation that has turned into pain, and my butt that I was tightening begins to hurt. Shiki asks Kohaku to come over. Whoa. Okay. I have trouble even processing this one. Again, though, I can't show anything. You know what, I'll show the legs, whether they're interconnected. I can show that because I can't see anything from there.
You could show part of Shiki, like he's
Yeah.
wearing his pants
Yep.
and his underwear.
Yep, that's all covered up, so that should be fine. Go this far. Yeah. Yeah, so Kohaku's on top of Hisui and Shiki's behind them.
Shiki, you confuse me. Why do you sometimes keep your underwear on?
Is that his underwear, or is that just the shading of the inside of his pants? It's... The two move their hips little by little. Their swollen privates lock in, and like mollusks, they wrap around each other. Why mollusks? Why are you using that as the descriptor? Ooh. Lowering her waist, Hisui makes a space where their privates were overlapped. There, I stabbed my boiling thing. My bulge, which only touched the surface of their privates, seemed to be unable to stand it because it was with two people. Wave of pleasure connect two people. The two people by themselves greedily rubbing my thing that is blocking that connection like a bumper. That feeling is no worse than when it had been inserted inside. Hisui and Kohaku, their soft skin make a sandwich out of my penis. Oh god.
Shiki's just hungry because even that one before that, he said pudding. Wallace pulling sandwich.
I'm trying to think about whether this is even physically practical to do, but... I retract what I said before. Kohaku is completely different from Hisui. No matter what happens with Hisui, she's different from Kohaku. If Hisui has a body that takes in everything, Kohaku's body is a body that sucks in everything. They might look the same at a quick glance, but their bodies are completely different. Okay.
What's the difference between taking in everything and sucking in everything? That sounds the same to me.
I guess one's more forceful, maybe? Alright, it's driving him crazy. The white color that erupts from my genitals, scattered all over their bodies with the fierceness of a waterfall, and that thing shaking from the shock of ejaculation sent the final wave through the two. This is technically a safe image, so I can show this one real quick.
I guess as Hisui's the one who's crying, like more
probably.
noticeably.
He says their names, and I can't figure out who's who among the two people holding each other's hands. Yeah, they've both lost their headwear, so it's hard to tell now. Yeah. The mirror-like couple facing each other might have been, in fact, one person from the beginning. That thought runs through my jumbled head. Thus, waking up is unpleasant. Like crawling out of mud, my consciousness awoke. I welcome the morning. On my bed are two other people sleeping comfortably. Interesting. No breakfast this morning. Muttering absentmindedly, I turned my view to the window. The time passes by peacefully as always. When the two open their eyes, what change will be waiting? I already know the answer. The two will go back to their work as if nothing happens, and they won't fault me. That was what I expected. Hisui and Kohaku. I wanted these two people simultaneously, and when that wish came true, what must I have thought? Already I can't remember. They're sleeping comfortably. There's not even a shadow of distress, and the only thing causing trouble in this world is myself. Even if I say that something is wrong, it's not that I'm blaming someone. No, definitely, if there is someone to be blamed, that would be me, who created an opportunity for this to happen. The sky feels far away. Today again comes a peaceful and content day. That's right. At first it was definitely Tonoshiki's dream, but by now it's their dream. The two people's expectations that are like flowers that don't wither. Not something permitted in real life. It is an artificial paradise permitted only in the dream world. In the garden is blossoming a flower whose season I can't tell. It is the form of this dream. Crushed as if... Hey, by the way, I saw the screen up because I don't know if anything's going to show up, but I think this is the end. Crushed as if with a... Alright, let me show this. Yeah. Crushed as if with a sin that has been piled up, it is the blue and yellow flower of Thanatos. Whew. I think we had that one previously. Alright. Alright, so that was the end of the ones that were written by Type Moon. Apparently these last three are like fan submissions or something like that. Hisui-chan, Inversion Impulse. Dream. What a convenient thing. Hisui-chan, Inversion Impulse. Morning, the start of a new day. It'd be bad if I had not gotten enough sleep or if it were cold outside, but today's morning doesn't seem to be a problem. The sunlight coming through the window blinds sparkled, and the well-ventilated room felt cozy. And the best part about it is that I woke up naturally on my own window without being disturbed. On my own without being disturbed. I woke up to the annoying bell of Arima Satatono's felt a bit apologetic to her, but I woke up Hisui too. But today, looking at the clock, it's only a little past 6 o'clock. If I wake up now, Akiya should be in a good mood too. Akiya in her bad mood would be on the top 5 list of unapproachable people. But if she's in a good mood, there's no problem. She's courteous and caring. She's a courteous and caring little sister. However, for some reason, I want to spend today... God, they did not proofread these parts at all. I want to spend today morning alone. In any case, Hisui will be here soon and be surprised to find me already awake. But until then, I can enjoy being in my bed leisurely. Ah, this is such a beautiful morning. Ever since coming to the mansion, I've always been busy, so such peaceful morning as this one was extensively welcome. But... crash. A peaceful morning was unfortunately no more. What was that noise?
Nisan.
Even though my peace was disturbed, I decided to just brush it off, as I had no other choice. I can't help but think that these busy days have become my lifestyle despite my retaliation. Without choice, I leave my room. Of course, I changed into my normal clothes because last time I went out in my pajamas, Akiya's face turned red in anger in addition to her hair. When I arrived, the living room, Akiya... When I arrived in the living room, Akiya was already there. She would usually greet me elegantly like a lady. Well, I suppose she is a lady. But today she has a troubled expression on her face.
Nisan, what did you do?
What's the problem?
Don't act innocent, Nisan. What did you do to Hisui?
Did you see the previous story by any chance? What do you mean, what? What did I do?
Little sister punch.
Irk. With an intricate twist of the body, a light straight makes a clean hit to my nose. I'm bleeding from the nose.
A joke.
As if she were unused to such an unladylike action, Akiya's face reddens. It's quite scary, but also cute. Well, please explain what's going on.
I would like to ask that myself. Just what did you do that made Hisui do such a thing?
Keep saying Hisui, but what happened to Hisui?
What happened to Hisui? This will clear up much faster if you looked at the atrocities. Wait there.
Just exactly what's going on. I have absolutely no clue what's happening. It looks like Akiya is too troubled to listen to what I have to say. As Akiya leaves the living room to head to the kitchen, I try to grasp at least a bit of the situation. Now that I look at it, it's quite serious. First, the living room sofa has been gutted, and the stuffing lay disheveled beside. And on the table were Akiya's and my broken tea set. On the expensive painting, beard was mysteriously written. On the window was Shiki Love in red color that resembled blood. Looks like Akiya rearranged the room in a very creative fashion.
Little sister kick.
From an impossible angle, a kick came to land on my side. Attacking from behind, that was uncalled for.
Quiet. You are very mistaken. I wasn't the one who did this to the living room.
I know. I was just making a sarcastic joke.
Nisan, for a moment there, I wanted to plunder your carefreeness.
Who knows? Then you might be a bit less violent.
Bam!
It's a joke, a joke. Your hair doesn't have to turn red. I guess jokes will be really out of place now. If I'm to survive out of here, I should quickly find out who what the matter is. Then what do you want to show me?
This.
Although she had a look of disgust, Akiya brought that into my view. Kohaku? The familiar apron. It was definitely Kohaku-san. No, now it's Nanaya-san. Oh, okay, so we're on the Kohaku route here. There was a reason for my doubting whether it was really her. Wait. I don't know who's saying this. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Nanaya-san looks just terrible. Akiya, you ever did it.
Little sister, eye poke.
Ugh.
I wouldn't have any reason to do this. It's Hisui's fault. Are you listening, Nissan?
No one cares that I got poked in the eye by my own little sister. Hisui did this? What in the world?
It really was Hisui who did this to Nanaya.
Hisui. Think. Hisui attacking Nanaya-san. Charging her like a green beret, restraining her into a headlock. Then a fantastic combo, and finally a chopping right. A miracle. A miracle.
What unspeakable thing are you thinking about?
Sorry, I couldn't help it. But was it really Hisui who did this?
There is no mistake. Today, Hisui. There's definitely something strange about her.
I would have to say there's definitely something strange about her every day, but that I probably shouldn't say that. Okay, so you're saying that Hisui did this to Nanaya-san? Then why do you show Nanaya-san to me?
Because you know exactly what you did wrong.
I didn't do anything.
You're still insisting on that?
Really, I didn't do anything wrong.
Beaky.
Yeah, Hisui, please tell her the truth.
Hisui. Shiki.
From Hisui's expression, from Akiya's expression, I could tell that Hisui was in the room. Hisui. After noticing Akiya's troubled look, I carefully and with worried mind inspect Hisui. Her outfit is the usual outdated maid's clothes. The unfathomable expression and the strict brow. There's absolutely nothing unnatural. So in the end, she's the same as usual. Hey Akiya, what's so strange about her? It's you who's... I shouldn't say that.
Don't be fooled by her appearance.
Appearance?
Shiki.
Eh? Before I could be surprised at her forgetting to add Sama, she makes her move. Hisui jumps into my chest, and then as if she were a little cat, rubs her face with reddened cheeks.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go crazy. Wow, I'm really gonna go crazy. Her soft cheeks feel warm to my chest. Her slightly embarrassed but nonetheless happy expression. Really, I'm gonna be driven crazy. Calm down. The last scene was the last H scene. We're done with that. Hisui.
Little sister, knee kick.
Ugh.
What are you doing? Such lowly actions.
Little sister, as a brotherly warning, your knee must be perpendicular to your knee joint.
Fine, knees aren't that weak.
She says such a thing without any evidence. Her confidence is really something, but
Takia, don't touch my Shiki. My Shiki? It's mine. Eh?
stop it, Akiha.
Nissan. Shiki is. Well, shut your mouth. Okay.
Judging from the looks of the two girls, I should just give up trying to control them. Don't blame me. Akiha had all her strength concentrated so that she turned red, and Hisui exerted a silently oppressive air. These two had such synergy that it felt as if time and space were warped. Surely a commoner would have gone insane just looking at these two and feeling the aura around them.
You're just a sister-in-law, you eyesore.
That was quite wonderfully said, but Hisui, you could have said it with more expression and feeling.
Hisui, you and Nanaya both.
Looks like you have bad luck choosing servants, Akiha. Should I call the maid agency?
Wait a second, she said sister-in-law, that means... he is with Kohaku then?
Possibly. I think it's just because he's adopted. Like that might have been a mistranslation, but
Okay. Don't be so arrogant, flat-chested girl. It looks like the idiot maid needs to be taught a thing or two.
the air is filled with danger. If I don't stop them now, it looks like there will be bloodshed. At times like these. Help me, Mama. I think that's Kohaku.
With a safe landing, ta-da!
Crash. Oh no, it's CL, okay.
Lovely and cute girl with glasses has arrived. A clean heart and a beautiful face. Wise and pretty Nissan. Even the absent-mindedness is lovely. If it's for Curry and Tono-kun, it can go to hell and back.
I think that was supposed to be Nei-san. CL Senpai, nice timing. But the other two...
You'd go to hell and back for Curry. What a lowly woman. It really doesn't matter, but I will have you compensate for the window that you just broke.
responses are so cool, they're borderline cold.
You guys are horrible.
Please calm down, CL Senpai. You came at just the right time.
Anything for you, Tono-kun? Tisk. Now there's even an old lady. Did you just say something, Hisui-san? I said tisk. Now there's an old lady. You said it again?
She would normally have said it's nothing.
What do you mean by old lady? Exactly what it means. You say you're Shiki-san's high school senpai, but we all know that you're over 20.
Snap.
Snap.
The air froze. Ah, my savior. I don't care who it is, but please. Please make Hisui shut up. Before our house turns into a battleground.
Hisui-san, you just said something you really shouldn't have. Old lady who makes fans by lying to them about her age. I'll kill you.
You can't get swept away like that too, like them too, CL Senpai.
You're right. Right now, I should explain Hisui's symptoms. Wanting to explain things. How typical of an old lady.
Isui, just shut up for a moment. Bam.
You betrayed me. No, I didn't. Just sleep for now. Ugh.
Splendid, Akiha.
Somehow, I get the feeling I should have done this from the beginning.
Whatever you say.
So, why did Hisui become that way? Couldn't that be an inversion impulse too? Inversion impulse? You mean just like Shiki? Yes, maybe. But Hisui doesn't have any tonal blood in her. Inversion impulse isn't trademarked by the Tonos. Anyone with non-human blood could have it. It's just that the Tono family is more susceptible to succumb to it. You are right. Hisui does have non-human blood flowing through her.
Does that mean Hisui wants to drink blood also?
That is typical of lowlifes that have to drink others' fluids. Will such a blood be flowing through Hisui? Somehow, that last comment was very disturbing. But anyway, the answer to the question is yes. Then Hisui shouldn't suck blood. A normal person shouldn't have the urge to drink others' blood. A normal person? Why are you looking at me, you dog of the church, Ciel? I simply belong to an institution called the church. I'm not sucking up. It's a shame I hear such things from you who resemble a mosquito sucking on others' blood. What's so wrong about calling you a dog that doesn't know its place? I think we'll have to have a little talk, little sister. That's fine, but it looks like only one time would be enough. I don't plan on being called little sister by you ever again.
I can feel the tension between the two. It's like watching a raccoon with glasses and a red fox. No, a cobra and a mongoose's fight. Wait, what? Raccoon with glasses and a red fox? Is that a reference to something?
Must be. Oh wait, is it because like Tanukis and Kitsune
yeah.
are kind of like rivals?
Well, yeah, but yeah, okay, yeah. Also, the glasses part that threw me off, but yeah, it's just because she wears glasses. Okay. Anyway, I couldn't think about anything other than Hisui for a while, but now that I think about it, these two don't have such a good relationship. In any case, one of them is an elite of the unnatural Tono family's head, and the other is a member of the church's burial agency, determined to hunt down everything unnatural. Even the smallest spark between them now would be enough to light the whole house on fire. But wait, for now we have to take care of Hisui.
Tono-kun says so. It's Nissan says so.
Thank you. Then how can we return Hisui to her normal state?
You're right. Why is she... Oh, she's never done so before. She's never done this before, right?
And not in my head. If this weren't the first time, my life would have definitely been in danger, or even worse. Ended.
Then we should definitely find out the reason why she changed.
The reason?
Yes, stopping an inversion impulse is simple. If we don't want to treat the reason, then it can happen many times. It would be like a certain family's twisted vampire sucking on its servant's blood for many years. It couldn't be helped. That was Kohaku's trap. No one said it was Akiya-san. Ah.
For some reason, Ciel-senpai really likes picking on the others today. Maybe it's because Hisui called her an old lady?
Tono-kun, were you just thinking of something weird?
Nope, not even a little bit.
I'm glad. I worried you might even be having a suicide impulse or something.
If they keep this up, I really might have to have one of those.
Anyway, let's return to the matter at hand. The reason for Hisui-san's changing. Any guesses? We don't need guesses. I already know the reason. Oh, then what is it? It's Nissan. Nissan must have done something terrible to Hisui.
Akiha, you don't trust your Nissan at all, do you?
I just said it as it is. Oh, what a surprise. Tono-kun's private life must be really weird. Must be really wild.
No, that's not true.
But Hisui's always with you, Nissan. If something happens to Hisui, then you definitely must be related. That is indeed right on the mark.
Even you, Ciel-senpai, please don't look at me as if I were some low-life trash. This is dangerous. If this keeps up, I'll be branded maid killer Shiki and be treated like a pervert. No matter how much I deny it, Akia's eyes are set on me, and Ciel's murmuring something like, I've seen another side of Shiki-kun. What to do? What do I do?
Even though you haven't called,
Crash. Eh? What is it?
the
Oh.
invincible vampire, the blonde femme fatale. No match for girls who have popularity but no breath. With a seductive smile, Shiki's heart, target locked.
All of a sudden, a mysterious woman broke through the window, but I have to give it to her that she came in with a bang. But
Why are you just standing there?
she tilts her head as if she were confused. So, who are you? Oh, Aki and I shouted in unison.
No, no. I don't appear in Tono's route. What in the world are you talking about? You're trespassing. But if you consider that Ciel-senpai is also trespassing, isn't it so? Must be the weather, and even though I know her, that is a complete stranger to me. Ciel, a complete stranger? You're too cruel.
Ciel-senpai, you know her?
Nope, not at all. Wow, don't lie.
But she seems to know you.
That is... You see, right. It's a cat demon that I just that I must have had in my possession a while ago. Demon. Cat. White.
Is that so?
Hey, don't agree to it.
If it really is a cat demon, I guess trespassing can't be helped.
Really? It's not cute at all for a cat. Don't call me a cat. And little sister, don't say I'm not cute at all.
Oh, no. That's Akia, I
Be
think.
quiet. Anyway, Ciel-san, since you're the owner, please shoo your cat away. Okay, that demon. Please sanctify it quickly. Don't just call me by something evil.
A deer. Wah!
Mission accomplished.
Senpai, just now, a wild animal.
If you don't know what to say, you must keep your peace.
Doesn't that just mean she doesn't know herself? That she doesn't know herself?
Anyway, the reason for Hisui-san's changing must be Tono-kun. What did you do?
I just remember, we never figured out what Laboratory Tuesday meant. Remember during Plus Disc when that deer appeared? Thought it might be a hint of some kind, but that never came up again.
Huh.
I'm not the reason, and even if I were the reason, I can't think of why.
That means you did something so bad that you can't even think of it?
Definitely no.
Nissan, you're suspicious.
Am I being hated by Akira? That really worries me.
But I don't think Tono-kun should keep up his lie this much.
Ooh, senpai.
Don't pretend to be an innocent kid. If it isn't Shiki-kun, then Akira? Do you have any guesses? Why would I do something to Hisui? But a woman's jealousy is great. What is it that you want to say? Little sister who lost her lovely Nissan to your sister-in-law.
Okay, I guess they are sisters-in-law?
Sounds like a third-rate novel. That's only because the characters are third-rate. I'm going to kill you. Go for it.
Again, the tension. Looks like the story isn't developing at all. Anyway, if it isn't Akia, then there's only one person left.
Anaya?
Yes, during the day when Akia and I are out, she's the only one with Hisui. It wouldn't be weird for her to know the reason.
Dude, Tono-kun, you're so sharp.
It's not that I'm sharp, it's just that you two have been suspecting only me from the very beginning.
But then, how do we wake up Nanaya? That is definitely problematic. If she's out like a rag, I don't think she'll wake up that easily.
Maybe I can give it a go? Oh wait, no.
Maybe I can
yeah.
give it a go?
Ciel-senpai, can you wake her up?
Yes. I learned the method from someone a while ago.
Alright, then please demonstrate.
Okay.
Ciel-senpai really can do anything. Could this be experience?
So, is it around here?
What does she mean by so? And plus, why is it a question? Ciel Senpai looked serious, suspecting Naya's abs, but the more serious she became, the more I worry.
Here I go.
As if she found the point, Senpai laid Naya-san across the floor and then...
Yeah.
Bam.
Ah!
Her punch hits Naya's solar plexus. What are you doing?
What do you mean? I only did as I was taught.
No, that's something absolutely forbidden.
But look, Nanaya-san looks like she'll wake up.
I think she's only writhing in pain. Don't act like you didn't do anything.
Aw, she's coming too. Yahoo! It's the first time it succeeded.
I think you shouldn't have said that.
It's the weather.
Ciel Senpai has no persuasion.
Ugh.
Nanaya-san, are you okay?
Shiki-san?
Ah, that's a relief. The sound of the punch was so clean, I was really worried. But she looks alright. Naya, are you okay? Did something happen?
By Hisui.
So it really is Hisui?
Yes, when I woke up, I found her in the kitchen. She charged me like a green beret, restrained me into a headlock, then a fantastic combo, and finally, chopping light. It was a miracle.
Exactly as I predicted.
Then, Anaya, you... Do you know why Hisui did such a thing? Why? Yes, perhaps Hisui let out some cooped up stress?
Oh, is that so?
Oh, is that so? Or is that... Who's saying that part?
So it looks like Hisui went berserk.
Yes, berserk. Really, it's scary if someone who can't easily be read goes berserk like this. Maybe it's the weather. But maybe it's because of Nanaya, I can agree more.
Ciel Senpai and I thoughtlessly agreed. But the person in question only tilted her head in confusion.
What do you mean? Oh, it's nothing. An inside joke, you could say.
It's Akia.
Anyway, I want to know why Hisui became so... Do you have any guesses? Even if it is suspicious. Was she worrying about something? Maybe she was in pain? Did you get such a feeling? Hisui-chan, worry about something? Yes. I did feel that way. When I asked her what it was, she replied it was nothing.
But that's
It's
normal.
normal.
Oh.
Yep. Yesterday night, when she came to my room, she was normal, but when she left, she was buried in thought.
Looks like the culprit is Nanaya-san. And now my innocence is proven.
No, that's not it.
What'd she do in your room?
She was definitely reading a manga.
Hisui reading a manga? A manga? I was fairly surprised that Hisui would read manga, but there was only one person who was surprised even more. What is it, Akiha?
Manga. M-A-N-G-A. Degrading, violent, not even a speck of reality. Bring up today's perverts. British. Yep. Partially responsible for today's teenage criminals. The epitome of evil. The trickery of the little beep.
Akiha's most excellent prejudice struck me in awe. Maybe ever since it left, staying at the Tono Mansion left her a lifelong scar. Akiha, firstly, they're not beep. This isn't going to end well. I do wonder where she got such an impression.
Anyway, it's because she reads such worthless thing that she became a delinquent at 17 years old. That's why she's susceptible to disobey her parents and do drugs. Okay. Let's just leave Aki alone for now, but I also think that manga's the reason. What was the content of the manga? What did it have? Was it about some middle schoolers who turned delinquent to create their own way of living?
Anaya-san has the penchant to negatively portray things.
It was a normal romantic girls manga.
Then the manga's not at fault? She wouldn't become a delinquent after reading such normal manga.
Now that I think about it.
Yes, now that you think about it?
After reading the manga, Hisui looked lonely.
Lonely.
Yes, maybe with a tint of envy?
I think CL's actually saying these lines, but it's the same either way, I guess. Envy. A girl's manga. Such normal content. Lonely expression. And on top of that, envy? What exactly did happen?
You got it.
What'd you get, CL-senpai?
The mystery is now solved, Watson.
With overflowing confidence and a smile that bothered me a little, Senpai flashed her glasses. I have no clue when she found out, but I wish she would call me by my real name.
I figured out what Hisui's trouble is. I would really like to hear. I'll explain it now. Hisui is going out with Shiki-kun, correct?
It is, well...
But even though you are, you two aren't doing things that a couple should do, are you?
things that a couple should.
Wait, he's going out with Hisui?
I guess so. I mean... yeah, this timeline doesn't make any sense. Things that a couple should do. Things that a couple should do. Things only a couple should do. Those would be... No, we're doing it, and pretty thoroughly, too.
Please say either yes or no.
Crash. I'm stabbed by a familiar sword, and pretty deeply, too.
It's okay, since it's Tono-kun who got stabbed. The chances of dying are slim.
She says that, but she means that even a slight change would have been enough to kill me.
Anyway, you guys aren't going out to places and such, are you?
Now that you mention it, Hisui doesn't really like going out, so I didn't want to force it on her either.
Definitely, Hisui was lonely. You didn't ask her out to places, and by accidentally reading about the couple in the manga, she started envying them.
But is that enough to cause an aversion impulse?
Little sister Ironclaw. Nissan, you don't understand Hisui's girlish thoughts at all.
Irk.
Hisui, she's always been cut off from the outside world. It's natural for her to fantasize about dating and going out.
Ugh.
You didn't understand any of that. You should feel sorry.
Gah. What she said is definitely true. It's true, but before that, it's getting crushed. Crushed. My head is getting crushed. Explain after you let go.
Akia-san, I think that should be enough. Even though Tono-kun is dense, slow, insensitive, twisted, more than that will surely kill him. It'd be better if Nissan dies at least once.
What unspeakable things. Even though I've been close to death once, I'd rather not go there again.
Anyway, we now know the reason. The rest is turning Hisui back to normal. What should we do?
Akia says while still crushing my head. I think my situation won't improve for a while.
Simple. We just have to fulfill Hisui's wishes. Hisui's wishes? Right. We need to ask Hisui what she wants. And then we just need to do that. I see. But Hisui-chan, she's sleeping right now.
Oh, that's right. Hisui fell unconscious after Akia's brutal attack.
We'll wake her up.
That Ciel-senpai makes a fist. Wait a minute.
What is it?
I don't want to trouble Ciel-senpai's hands. I'll try something, so Akia, please let go of me for a moment.
Oh, it looks like I'd forgotten.
She says she was too concentrated to recognize that I was in that position. But she doesn't realize her concentration is the reason my bones have been forced to rearrange themselves.
But how will you wake her up?
I've at least rescued Hisui from Ciel-senpai's devilish hand, but I don't really know how to wake her up now.
Well, what if we use my emergency medicine?
With that, Kohaku-san produced an extremely suspicious-looking brown syringe. It doesn't look like she had bad intentions, but it's scarier because of that. No, it's fine. I refuse adamantly and kneel beside the fallen Hisui. And then I pat her cheek lightly. Hey, Hisui, it's morning.
Why would she wake up to something like that?
She's right. However, I still can't trust Ciel-senpai or Nanaya-san to wake her up. Hey, wake up. Phew, do I have no choice? Seeing that she won't wake up easily, I decide to use my trump card. Ah, Nanaya-san is going to clean my expensive vase.
Nissan, don't touch that.
Thanks to my trump card, Hisui is awake.
Shiki-san, Hisui-chan, you guys are too cruel.
Even though she's on the verge of tears, everyone knows that's true.
Eh? Where is this?
Hell, Hisui. She looks left to right, but as if she doesn't understand why she's here. And then she spots Akiha.
Yeah.
That's right, she's still in that her weird state.
I'm going to kill you. Hisui, a girl shouldn't say such things.
Even though the smallest mistake could cause blood to rain down, Nanaya says that so lightly.
Akiha! Hisui, calm down for a bit.
Yeah, Hisui, we want to ask you something.
Ask me what?
She stops her rampage and returns to look at me. It feels like I'm taming a wild beast. Hey, Hisui, don't you want to do something?
Do something?
Yeah, something you've been wanting to do all this time but couldn't talk about. Something like that.
There is something. I want Shikis to eat something I make. And I want him to go out on a date with me.
Huh. Maybe this had taken a turn for the worse. But still, Hisui's cooking isn't praiseworthy. But it wouldn't be so bad that it would kill me. I would have to ask her out on a date if I had the courage to, too. Yeah? Wait a minute. Hisui-chan? Why such a suspicious laugh?
Me cooking also elegantly in the kitchen. And before me,
And
and
before
before
me,
me, the kneeling Shiki.
what? The suspicious smile, again. In her eyes there was fire even Shiki would be afraid of. And then her fantasy begins.
Now, Shiki, wait a little more, okay? It's almost done.
Ah, Hisui-sama, you mustn't... Oh wait, you mustn't judge your hands for a lowlife such as me.
It's okay, Shiki. You're my lovely dog. It's natural for an owner to prepare food for the pet.
Ah, you're right. I'm a dog. I'm Hisui-sama's loyal dog.
My lovely dog. See? It's done. Have some.
Okay, I'll eat it gladly.
No, that won't do.
What is it?
Dogs don't eat food with their hands.
Ah,
You know how to eat now, right?
oh yes. Munch, munch.
Aw, Shiki, you're my lovely pet. Ah,
Hisui is still journeying deep in her fantasy. I'm trying hard not to faint. Hisui, that... you really want to do it?
without a doubt.
Not even of course, but without a doubt. Akiha. Half crying, I ask Akiha for help. Akiha's strict personality wouldn't let such a thing happen.
He's silly. What? Is it okay if I videotape it?
What? When did she pick up such a personality? Nanaya-san, help me. Ah, I have no hope.
Tono-kun.
Ciel-senpai.
Tono-kun as a dog. It's a pet. If you're a pet, then you need a necklace. Tono-kun and a necklace? Yeah.
No, not you too.
I want to see it too.
The demon too?
Like I said, I'm not a demon.
An ultimatum would be something like this. 4 girls and a demon place such a strict order on me. There's nowhere I can run.
Shiki.
Help.
Shiki, you're the naughty one. Nissan, you didn't care for Hisui enough. Tono-kun, you brought this upon yourself. Shiki-san, please share Hisui-chan's loneliness. Shiki, I don't know what's going on, but make her happy.
Look, an UFO.
Who in their right mind would fall for that? Nissan, prepare yourself.
Wah.
After dinner will be a date, my lovely pet-san.
Help. Wah. Waking up, I found myself in my bed. Eh? So up until now, it was all a dream?
Shiki-sama, have you awakened?
Hisui?
Yes, good morning.
It's Hisui, as always, expressionless. A little bit unsatisfied, but it is really Hisui. What a nightmare. Just thinking about it makes me shiver.
What is it, Shiki-sama?
Oh, it's nothing. Well, anyway, I'm safe now. If it had kept up, it would have been a totally different world by now.
Is that so? Akiya-sama is waiting for you in the living room.
Okay. It's 7:30. Looks like Akiya will scold me today, yet again. Okay, I'll be there soon.
Then excuse me.
Eh? Hisui, what are you holding behind your back? I didn't notice up until now, but Hisui is holding something behind her back. As if she were hiding something.
It's the weather.
No, it doesn't look like the weather. What are you hiding?
It's the weather. It's the weather.
Okay.
Yes, it is so.
Suspicious. Too suspicious. Anyway, she isn't showing her back to me.
Then excuse me.
Okay. Just when Hisui opens the door to leave, I point to the other side of the room. Nanai is trying to clean the most expensive flower vase in the house.
Nissan, no.
Just like in the dream, she wonderfully fell for it. Is she really worried that much? Hisui turned to the other side of the room, leaving her back bare. And I could now see what she was hiding all along. Hypnotism for dummies. Ugh.
Shiki-sama? Was that a lie? Nissan is nowhere near.
So sorry.
Shiki-sama, did you see it?
I think it would be a little too much for a dummy.
Is that... so...
As you're saying, it can't be helped if you've seen it. Hisui laughs suspiciously. Why is it that I feel like prey trapped in a spider web? Why do I live like this? Is the piece at the Arimas just a dream? I don't know, but... So, would you like to go out this weekend?
Will that be alright?
Yeah, let's make some lunch and go out.
Understood.
Saying that, she smiles beautifully. If I could see that face, maybe it's worth being trapped in a spider web.
I thought I'd failed because you woke up in the middle, but it's a relief.
Dream. It's a nice thing. However, whether it's good for everyone, no one will know.
The ending.
Yeah, I guess. For Hisui, at least.
You should only drink once you're 20, says Akiha, who's not even 20 in the game.
Alright, we should have time for one more at least. The Total Family Con game.
Aw, what nice weather.
Kawako-san gave a tranquil murmur as she sipped her tea from a plastic cup.
It is, isn't it?
Ye is.
It is nice to occasionally eat outdoors.
The lunchboxes being mostly empty, Akiha poured herself some tea from the thermos. Hisui, want some apple?
No, thank you.
They pointed to an apple carved into a rapid shape that remained in the lunchbox, but Hisui embarrassedly looked down and declined. Saturday afternoon. As I promised in the morning, I returned quickly after school and had lunch in the courtyard patio with Akiha and the others. Normally, Hisui and Kohaku eat separately from Akiha and I, but since this lunch was Kohaku's idea in the first place, I put forth my view that this sort of meal is one that everyone should enjoy together. So in the end, the four of us, Akiha, Hisui, Kohaku-san, and I, all sat around the lunch boxes. This reminds me. I unexpectedly remembered some things from long ago.
What is it, Nissan?
Huh? I just feel a bit nostalgic. We used to sit around here and eat onigiri a lot after we grew tired of playing.
Lots. Actually, weren't you the one that did all the eating, Nissan? Hisui and I only ate one onigiri each, at most.
I suppose so. Well, I was the one that ran around the most, so of course I'd be the hungriest, right?
That was because you two kept dragging us around everywhere.
These days, though, if you chased me, I'd be caught immediately. Oh, wait. Me? I'd be caught immediately. At my whispered words, Akia's hair flashed pure red for an instant.
Did you say something, Nissan?
Nope, nothing. I hurriedly switched the conversation to Hisui. Back then, Hisui used to be real active, too.
I was just trying to keep up with you, Shiki-sama. Originally, I wasn't fond of all that running around at all. No need for excuses, Hisui. You've always been on Nissan's side. Akiha-sama.
Hisui said with a pitiful look.
Whenever we played tag, I remember you always tagged right away. I remember always being tagged right away. Oh yes, both Nissan and you, Hisui, caught me right away.
Akiha, are you still mad about that?
Of course not. I was just considering what would happen if we were to play now. Just thinking about it, I can't help but smile.
Again, her hair flashed red. Hisui, she's still quite pissed. I whispered to Hisui, who nodded.
Yes, she was the slowest runner back then.
And when playing tag, it's obvious to aim for the slowest.
I never... Hey, what are the two of you muttering over there? Kohaku, say something. Well, even if he asked me to, I never played with you.
At Kohaku's words, the air seemed to freeze. Ah, that's right. When Akia, Hisui, and I were running around the courtyard, Kawaku-san was still imprisoned in the mansion. It's not that we forgot, it's just that unthinkingly the conversation had turned and left out Kohaku-san. Sorry, Kohaku-san, that was thoughtless.
There's nothing to apologize for. I've been having fun listening to your stories.
But I searched for the words, but couldn't come up with any. Somehow I'd gotten bogged down in trying to continue this conversation. But if I couldn't find some way to clear up this awkward atmosphere, then I just had a flash of brilliance. That's it. I immediately threw out my idea. Since we've got a chance, Kohaku-san, want to play tag?
Excuse me?
Kohaku-san gave an embarrassed smile.
Nissan, do what?
Play tag, I said. 8 years ago, I couldn't take Kohaku-san outside to play. Nothing can change that since you can't turn back time. Took a deep breath and then continued. But then wouldn't it be a good idea for all of us to do something together now? Then when the four of us sit together like this again, we'll be able to smile and laugh about it. Kawaku-san, what do you think? Kawaku-san was bewildered. Well, after a sudden suggestion like that, it's not surprising. I turned my gaze to Hisui. So, Hisui, how about it?
I agree with your suggestion, Shiki-sama.
At Hisui's words, Kohaku shot a surprised look at Hisui's face.
Hisui-chan.
Yes, Hisui's in favor, so Akia, how about you?
Me, rather than saying I agree, it would be better to say I can't find a reason to disagree. So, of course, I am in favor.
Akia smiles widely, then turns to Kohaku-san.
I order you to participate in this game of tag, Kohaku. Now, by both majority rule and your house head's orders, you're left with no choice, Kohaku.
Kohaku-san was silent for a little, then...
I understand. I'll join in.
Okay, it's settled. Then let's hurry up and... As I started to stand, Hisui spoke.
However, Akia-sama... What? Is something wrong, Hisui? There are no problems with the suggestion itself. However, I think there are not enough people. That's true.
Yeah, it is. We need to get a few more people then. I sat back down. Akia, do you need to use our old house rules for this game?
Of course. Excuse me, but what are those... What are the house rules?
Ah, you wouldn't know. That's right. Well, our tag rules are a little different than other people's. First, those who are it are called the demons. The other people are the humans. Second, anyone tagged, of course, becomes a demon, but the original demon remains one as well.
Original demon is always... demon?
Right. If anyone remains uncaught by the time limit, then the humans win. If everyone is caught, then the original demon wins.
Hey, Akia, who thought up those rules? I heard that they are the Tono family's traditional rules handed down through the generations. Is that so? But that...
Oh, is that so? But that...
about it, Nissan?
Nothing. I shook my head. Way back when, I never thought about it, but why did these rules have to be associated with demon and human races? Oh well, it doesn't matter. See last week's stream for the answer to that.
So, you want to use the prize rules as well?
At Hisui's words, I nodded. Yeah, of course. To explain for you, Kohaku-san, each person brings their treasure, and that becomes the prize. That way, everyone plays for keeps.
Seems interesting, but a little scary.
All competitions have some risk. Well, about the number of people, I was going to call some people I know. You don't mind, Akiha?
Not at all. That would be no problem at all. Nissan, you must be surprisingly widely known. And since tomorrow is Sunday, how about using the entire day sound?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It'll take some time to gather the people together, though. Get together, too. I nodded and began counting off people in my head. Total Family Con game. Alright, so who's it gonna be? Arihiko's, obviously. Probably CL. Maybe Satsuki. The next day, weather at 9 o'clock was a gray sky, the sun mostly hidden by the clouds.
Well then, Nissan.
Akia asked me with an expression as if attempting to endure some headache.
What precisely are these faces here?
These faces are a little mean, isn't it, Akia-chan?
That's right, Inui-kun.
Yep, I wasn't sure about Arcoade.
That's right. We were called here, so shouldn't there be none of that, little sister? I did not call you here. Nissan called you. And will you please stop calling me little sister, Arcade-san?
Akia yelled and spun to glare at me.
Will you explain this to me, Nissan?
Yes. Well, you see, I began twiddling my fingers as I thought about everything that had happened yesterday. First I called Arihiko, and then since CL-senpai happened to be there, I asked her too. And if I'd ask her, then I had to invite Arcoid as well, right? What was CL doing at Arihiko's place?
Yeah.
And maybe they were,
Good job, Arihiko.
Yeah. Or maybe it was because of Nanako.
That's right. If you'd invited CL but not me, I would have cursed you forever.
In your case, you really would haunt the Tono family until it died, wouldn't you? It died out. Seems the last line there. I sighed. Then there's my classmate Yumizuka-san, who's also participating. She may be the only upright one here.
Thank you for having me here. I'm Tono-kun's classmate, Yumizuka Satsuki. Pleased to meet you. Yes, a pleasure to meet you as well, Senpai.
Are we lagging a little? Should I reset your connection there?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, get that. Okay. Finished with her public courtesy, Akia again glared at me.
May I word with you?
Her face twitched as she gestured me closer. Oh, what? I drew near and Akia placed her mouth near my ear and began to speak in a hushed voice.
Is she the only upright one? The thing has red eyes. In other words, that's the vampire version. Why is she running about during the daytime?
I glanced out the window. Probably it's because of the cloudy sky, I thought, but there was no evidence of that, and no way I could ask. Yumizuka may be trying to play dumb or something. Come on, compared to the others, she's fine. Especially compared to Arcade, who has the marble phantasm, or you in Vermilion mode. If you're going to complain, then why didn't you call out some of your friends? How about those roommates you mentioned before, or Akira-chan?
Well, yes, but... there's no way I could. My school has a dormitory, and calling people from the next prefecture over is just too far.
Ah, well, I can accept that. However, there is something I want to ask you.
What a coincidence. So do I.
At the same time, Akia and I opened our mouths and turned in the same direction. Did you call that here, Akiha?
Did you call that here, Nissan?
Where Akia and I were looking stood a muscular old man and a kimono-wearing young man. To summon one and then refer to one as that is rude, lad. Didn't summon you, not at all. At least I didn't call you. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention this on stream. The weird answer that he gave to Ciel Sensei's question during the first story, that actually was a cheat sheet for the quiz. There are 3 different sets of answers that Kohaku-san, or the Kohaku the witch can give. But like, those were the numbers for each set of questions. So it's like the only way to know the answers to the quiz without like going through every possible route. Don't refer to your real brother as that, Akiha. Come on, don't hold yourself back. You can call me Shiki Nissan. Don't joke around. Oh.
Don't joke around. My only brother is Nissan. Furthermore, I don't remember ever asking you here.
Arcade, did you do this?
Surely you're joking? Why would I invite Nero?
Oh, that's weird. They actually spelled it out as Nero instead of Diverskurt. Then Ciel Senpai, I'd really like it if you would stop brandishing your black keys at me, Senpai.
Even for you, Tano-kun, there are things you can say and things you shouldn't say, you know? Why would I ever invite the undead? Unless I had a trap to destroy it, of course. That's different.
Yeah, that's right? But Senpai, the black keys don't really match your school uniform, so how about putting them away? As I agreed, Senpai withdrew the black keys. Whew, thank God.
No, they don't, do they? But anyway, exactly who called them here? Even Roa? No, I suppose right now he's Tonoshiki. Isn't he him too? Oh, that was me.
Kohaku-san?
Yes, I thought I would call all the people with deep relationships together. I sent out invitation cards. Relationship isn't as good a word as pretext when talking about them.
Akia pouted. Don't say that, Akia. Just be glad that the other one didn't come too.
I am.
Ah, damn. Now I'm breaking the fourth wall.
There was one more invitation I sent, but unfortunately, it was returned to sender.
Rarely, Kohaku-san showed the white envelope in her hands. The name written on it was Aosaki Aoko.
If you invited Blue, she'd just destroy the mansion, you know, Shiki.
Hey, I didn't invite her. How the heck does Kohaku know Aoko? Ah well. Oh.
Oh well.
Akiya sighed and glanced around the living room.
Everyone, I understand that there have been some hard feelings between us, but this is the Tono family mansion. Please restrain your bloodthirst.
You too, I didn't dare say. No need to hasten my death, after all.
Well, everyone is here, right? Then I, Tono Akiha, shall explain the rules. This schema tag will be using the Tono family house rules. The first demon will be decided through rock, paper, scissors and will remain demon after tagging someone. In other words, there will be 2 demons. Yeah, question, little sister. I said stop with the little sister.
She cut herself off, cleared her throat, and then responded again.
This is going nowhere right now, so afterwards, we'll have a nice long discussion, shall we? Then what is your question, Arcade-san? The demons are going to keep multiplying, right? Then what happens when the last human becomes a demon? The game will have a time limit. Right now, it's 9:30 a.m., so we'll start the game at 10 a.m. The time limit will be 4 p.m. for a total of 6 hours. Should anyone remain a human, that person will be the victor. Did everyone bring their prize contribution? Oh, well, for me, bring isn't quite right, but let's leave it at that and keep going. Oh well. Should more than one person survive, the victor shall split the prizes evenly. Should everyone be captured, the original demon is a victor. I see. In other words, the first demon is like a vampire who goes around creating zombies.
At Argoid simplification, CL Senpai's face twitched. But yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking. In other words, this game has an infectious demon. Rather than playing tag, we're actually playing vampire, aren't we?
So CL better not get caught. For a member of the burial agency to play a vampire, well, that's just not right.
Ignoring the byplay, Akiya continued explaining the rules.
Now this rule is for those people who have special abilities, including myself. If possible, please refrain from seamless use of your powers as much as possible.
Senseless.
At the very least, I would be grateful if you keep them at approximately human level.
Hold it, Akiha. What's that supposed to mean?
Basically, Nissan, your eyes of death perception, and Nero's animals are alright, but my drain abilities and Arcoid-san's marble phantasm are forbidden.
The animals are okay? That seems,
Yeah, that's cheating.
I kind of understand, but...
Hey, little sister. That seems really vague to me. For example, are we allowed to jump out of the second-story window? Yes, in the end, we have to leave it up to the common sense of the ability holder. Everyone, before you use your abilities, please do not forget that there are normal people participating.
Unwittingly, I look at Arihiko. Well, jumping from the second story isn't unthinkable. What's that supposed to mean? exactly what it seems. I understand, and I shall accept your terms, woman. Of all, Nero is the first to indicate his understanding. Just what you would expect from the professor. With bulging eyes, with bulging eyes, he seemed to glare at Akiya, but maybe it just possibly had a friendly meaning. In my case, I should be forbidden from the usage of my soil of Genesis. I merely wish to confirm beforehand, but in the unlikely chance that I become a demon, any contact between my familiars and a human shall be considered a valid tag, correct?
It shall not. If we were to accept that condition, then I fear this game would be over in an instant.
Accepted. Okay, that makes a little more sense, I guess.
Now that the important rules have been explained, it is time for everyone to display their treasure, please. This is, after all, one of the requirements for participation.
Back then, it used to just be my favorite marble or something. Griping, I held out my knife. For me, it's this, the Nanaya blade. However, I'm going to keep hold of it throughout the game. I'm going to need it, it seems.
Fine, who's next?
At Akiya's words, Nero took a step forward and opened the breast of his coat. For a moment, a black shadow flew out. Then finally, one black dog stood before us. I shall offer this, my beloved dog, Coulter. I trust this has sufficient value as a treasure.
Coulter?
Ciel Senpai's face jerked. You recognize it, Senpai?
In the 5th century, during the 100 Years' War between the English and the French, Coulter was a legendary wolf king that led a pack of nearly 300 beasts in the Paris environs. But I'm sure you could call it a dog.
If this is unsatisfactory, then shall I also offer Beat or Lobo? Wait, he's got Lobo?
Lobo?
I do not mind. Forget Beat, even I recognize the name Lobo from the title of famous animal stories. But this old guy, he really has lived for 1,000 years, hasn't he?
This one is fine. Well, if you insist, I don't mind. So next is me, right? Is my Harada Tomoyo album okay? It may not be much to others, but to me it is. No problem. If it is important to you, then it is what makes it your treasure. Yay! Then I'm safely a part of this little war. But my curry sandwich is no good, right?
Senpai muttered next to me, but I decided to be brave and ignore her. Ciel Senpai watched as Akiya accepted the CD from Yumizuka-san and placed it on the table, then decided and advanced.
Then I shall wager this. The 7th scripture.
With a thump, Senpai placed the huge weapon, which she just pulled out from nowhere before Akiha. Oh yeah, so again, this is something we discussed off stream. Nanako is the 7th scripture. I thought it might be the Black Barrel, but that's a different weapon entirely.
Is this truly alright? Since my other treasure seems unusable, the others are putting up things of value, so I must as well.
But even ignoring all the vampires, wouldn't giving this thing to a normal person cause a lot of trouble?
Then the people left are... Yeah, I haven't put out anything yet.
Arkwood waved her hand wildly in the air.
Yes, Arcade-san. However, you don't seem to have brought anything.
Laughing, Arkway looked at me. I had a sudden chill. An incredibly nasty chill. Excuse me, I need to use the bathroom. Turning quickly on my heel, I left the living room, but it was too late.
Grab.
Arkway caught hold of my collar and thrust me forth in front of Akiha.
This is my treasure. Looking at Nero, it's no problem my prize is a human, right? Eh? What?
Ciel Senpai and Akiya were the only two that could give voice. The others had their jaws hanging open, unable to hide their surprise. That is the principle, princess, said Nero, unaffected, the sole exception. If my chaos is acceptable, then accepting a human prize is also correct.
Isn't it just? I really was thinking of using the Millennium Castle or maybe a ton of gold, but those are so vulgar and boring. And besides, it's without a doubt that right now my most precious thing is Shiki.
Ah, like hell I'll take that. Don't just treat people like things.
Aw, it's alright, Shiki. Doesn't matter if I'm the demon or running away, I'm going to win. Don't worry.
I'm really worried now.
Stop joking. No one would accept that sort of behavior. That's right. Of all things, to make Tono-kun your prize, that's...
As expected, the two heads of the opposition flared up at Arcade. Glancing around, I saw Hisui looking troubled, then I saw Kohaku-san. Why are you looking that happy, Kohaku-san? But, you know, interrupting that delicate situation, Arihiko spoke. That self-styled friend of mine who knows no fear, does he?
What is it, Senpai? We're busy here.
Hair shining pure red and on the brink of exploding, Akiya asks Arihiko. It doesn't matter to me, but I just want to make sure, you know? If Tono's the prize, then whoever wins owns him, right? Nah, I don't really want to have something like that. The other two seemed struck by Arihiko's unexpected words. Akiya, red-faced, gave a small cough before speaking.
Well, we already accepted one living thing as a prize. To bring my personal feelings into this now would be childish, I see.
Hey, Akiha.
That's true. That may have been a problem. Fine. I too shall accept what Arcoid says here, and I think Tono-kun should be made a prize.
Hey, Ciel Senpai. Do I gotta say?
No. Democracy. The family head's command, and the game's chairman's directive. Which of these authorities are you objecting to, Nissan?
Desperate, I just looked into the heavens. Well then. Oh no.
Well then, Arcoid's treasures Nissan. We can't leave him on the table, so delivery will have to be after the game.
Yeah, isn't that great, my friend? You fit all around. That's right, Arihiko. Not only am I now a prize, you're also treating me like one. Don't worry, Tono. When I win, I'll let you go free after a week or so. Surprisingly, Arihiko seems to be confident of winning. Even facing people like this, why does this guy have such spirit? As ever, you just can't tell when he's an incredible guy or just a straight-out idiot. Hey, Akiha. Oh, Shiki yelled.
Oh yes, you hadn't gone yet either. What's your prize?
You. Shiki pointed to Akiha.
Huh?
I said you, Akiha. No matter what anyone says, you're the most important thing to me. Am I the only one that thinks this is quickly turning into a slave market?
But Nissan, say something.
Well, I'd certainly like to say something, but I'm a prize too. I'd never say it out loud, but this time only, I'm on Shiki's side.
I guess I can't object. If Nissan has accepted being a prize, then it would be unfair not to accept it myself.
I didn't accept it, you just decided it.
Even so, well, if there's anyone else who hasn't shown their prize yet...
Akiya, what about you?
I'm offering to let the winner be master of the total family for a day. It's not a physical object, but no one minds, right?
Casually, Akiya tosses off that dreadful remark. But even so, why does her offering sound so much better than the other people's treasures?
For me, this ribbon.
Kwaku smiled and placed a white ribbon on the table.
Aww.
What about... Oh. What about you, Hisui?
Hisui?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I shall not be participating this time. Akiya-sama has given me the task of using the radio system to announce who was captured and where it occurred.
Ah, I see. That's too bad. I was hoping I'd be able to run around with you again after so long.
I am very sorry. Next time, you'll play too, Hisui-chan. Yes, Nissan, Shiki-sama. Nissan here.
I took a radio transceiver from Hisui.
Because this estate is so large, there is no telling when and where someone may be caught. One idea would be for someone who has become a demon to conceal the fact and approach an uncaught individual. However, this would not be fair. Therefore, this time we have a rule to report whenever the demon catches someone.
Hisui continued, then bowed to the group.
I shall be present here in the living room. Should you have any problems or requests, feel free to ask me.
Ah, I got it. So then, since everyone has presented their treasure... Hold it, Tono. Aren't you forgetting someone? Why don't you just skip the drama and show us, Arihiko? What is your treasure? If you say it's your favorite set of porn books, I'm going to hit you. Huh, do you really think my treasure would be such a common item? My thing is this. With a loud bam, Arihiko dropped a massive photo album on the table. Ah, well, strictly speaking, it's not my treasure, but I thought this would be a lot more exciting. I really had to work to finish this out from the back of my fishes out from the back of my bookshelves, you know? You know, Arihiko, you may think your memories of your past may be precious to you, but who do you think is going to be happy winning a collection of pictures of you? I flipped open the album. Inside were plenty of pictures from elementary school through middle school, showing Arihiko at school and at home. Since we did so many things together, I was also in the picture sometimes. But this wasn't sometimes. Hey, Arihiko. This can't possibly be. I pointed at the album and Arihiko smirked. Right, just as you think. This is the new Arihiko specially edited Tonoshiki Boyhood Photo Collection. So, Akiya-chan, this is my treasure. You'll accept it, of course. Crap. In that case, I shouldn't have bent my knife, but gone and brought my photo album from the Arima household. But it's too late now. I've already thrown in my chips.
Hey. Heh. Shiki's childhood, huh? Let's see. Arcade, you can't. That's a prize for the winner. There's no point if you start looking at it before the game even begins. Still saying things like that. You know you want to look, Ciel. This and that are different matters. I intend to fight fair and square and win it for myself. Fair and square? What about it? Oh, it's nothing. Just to hear the words fair and square coming from someone who always attacks from the shadows in the night or from ambush, well, I was a little surprised. Are you trying to pick a fight?
The air between the two started to warp with their anger. I hurriedly slid between them. Since no one else looked about to stop it, I had to. Hey you guys, no going into combat mode. There's gotta be no killing each other today. After I spoke, Arcade and Ciel Senpai relaxed disappointingly fast.
Oh, I know. This is just one of our little courtesies. And that's right, Tono-kun. We all know that today is a day to set aside formality and relax. Right, Arcade? Yeah, well, no mercy during the game, though. And that goes for me, too.
So again, the air between them grew tense. It's like a cold war. I sighed. Really like if you stop this sort of life shortening courtesy, though. So, seems like this is gonna go on for a while. Do you have to go soon, Misaki?
Yeah.
Alright. So we'll pick this up tomorrow. The title.
This game of tag is intense.
Yeah. Oh, one more message.
Today's lucky item, travel bag.
Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone. Tomorrow will probably be the finale. There are a couple, like I said, there are a couple more things after these last two stories, so we might end up going one more after this. We'll see how long they are. But we'll be back on tomorrow, 1 hour earlier, right, Misaki?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see you then.